Hi, Mr. Arbi. This is our one middle exam. My name is Bernardus.
My name is Samuel.
My name is Kenneth.
Okay, so right now I will ask Sam two questions from me. The first one is, can you tell me, Sam, for things that you think really matter for achieving your study and why?
Okay, for my first pick is time management. Time management is when I'm being able to manage time effectively is crucial for balancing classes, homework, and study station. This help avoid procrastination and ensure deadlines that are we met. Now, and the second is critical thinking. For me, critical thinking allows students to analyze and evaluate information in depth, helping them understand complex concepts and reasonable arguments. And the third is note taking. Note taking will help we to remember information from the college and readings, making it easier to revise and learn from the subject for the exam. And the fourth one is communication skill. Effective communication will make us talk with teacher and peers in important to clarify the doubts. Participate in discussion and collaborated in group objective.
Okay, Sam, thank you for the answer. And can I ask you another one?
Yes.
Do you often socialize with your friend? And if you do, can you tell me the details?
Okay, socializing with other students varies depending on the schedule and the mode of learning. Some students may be social every day during the breaks, study group, or the extracurricular activities that we have, while others may prefer occasional social gatherings or online discussion. Socializing helps in exchange ideas, clearing doubts, and creating a network of support for academic, especially in personal growth. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Sam, for the answer.
Okay, next one I will ask to Kenneth. Number three, what does it mean to be good with the money? Can you explain to us?
Of course. Being good with money, in my opinion, is when we understand by budgeting, creating, and sticking to the budget that cover essential expense, unexpected costs like holidays and taxes, and personal goals. Budgeting helps prevent financial shocks and ensures preparedness for various scenarios. Saving and investment. Using automation tools to handle recurring payments for saving, investment, and pensions. This approach reduces administrative burdens and encourages disciplined financial planning. And the third is understanding needs and wants. Distinguishing between necessary expenses and discretionary wants. Prioritizing needs over wants help allocate resources effectively and avoid understand debt.
Okay, and next, can I ask you for one more?
Of course.
Okay, I will ask the number five. What type of social media are you using, and what the benefit that you can get from that?
Okay. The type of social media I use is Instagram and TikTok. The benefits I get from the social media is that I can get first kind of information quickly, and I can also know things that I didn't know before. Okay, I will ask you Nadus.
Yes.
Okay, uh, tell us your school years starting from kindergarten until now.
Okay, so basically, in my kindergarten, I school at TK Le Stefani, and the primary school also at SD Le Stefani, and then in the middle school, I moved to Saint Christopher too, and then at my senior high school too, also I school at Saint Christopher too.
Okay. The next question I want to tell you what type of social media are you use and what you can get the benefits, why and why?
Okay, so actually I use a lot of social media, but the most social media that I use is YouTube because there's a lot of podcasts in that platform, so I can learn about a lot of things from a lot of podcasts from that platform social media.
Okay.
Okay, so this is our part two. I choose the picture number one, as you can see right here. I think there's a lot of doctor, specialist doctor, and even a nurse even it's a man or boy doctor, I think they're gathering right there to take their profile picture for their new hospital.
Okay, next about the third picture. The third picture, it's look like some meetings. The people who standing is the chairman, and the woman who raised his hand is like want to ask something, and the three people others is like paying attention with the chairman and the people who want to asking.
Okay, next I will describe the fifth picture. It's said that there are two people who are talking about design work. I think the man on the right is a boss who asking about the development of design, and the woman on the left is an employee who is explaining the design. And that's all. Okay, this is our part 3. From what we can see in the iPhone versus Samsung Galaxy chart, in 2010, we see units from Samsung which sold less than 10 million units, but Apple more than 10 million units and even almost up to 20 million units. And what do you think about this graphic picture?
Okay, so what I think is like even in quarter 3 and quarter 4 about iPhone and Samsung, especially in quarter 4. In quarter 3, yes, iPhone is more than Samsung, but that we can see in quarter 3 and quarter 4, they both get more sellers than the quarter before. So I think it's still good because even iPhone get more sold than Samsung, but they get same higher in quarter 3 and quarter 4. Now let's talk about the 2011. In 2011, that we can see in quarter 2, finally iPhone get 20 million units for sold, and in quarter 4, he get some rocket sold more than 30 million. Now, how about in others?
Okay, for me, I think in the 2011, the graphic for an iPhone is really interesting, especially at the last quarter, the quarter 4, because iPhone sales is really skyrocketing. I didn't know how they got to that point, but I think it's really good. I see the Samsung graphic is also getting higher, but it's not as high as iPhone scales. So yeah, I think the most interesting part in the 2011 chart is that in the last quarter, iPhone is really skyrocketing, and I think I want to talk about the 2012 chart because it's really interesting how can Samsung beat the iPhone sales. What do you think?
Okay, I think if you look at the 2012 chart, it's true that theirs is very interesting because we can see in the quarter 3, Samsung sales level suddenly increased and even beat Apple sales. But in the fourth quarter, Apple sales immediately soared and reached almost 50 million units.
I see. Okay. I think this very interesting because in quarter 3 that Samsung can beat iPhone, but let's check about the quarter 4 that Samsung is more than 30 million sold and iPhone is get more than 40 million sold. That we can see even Samsung already beat Apple in quarter 3, but in quarter 4 iPhone make very good scales than Samsung. But in other position, Samsung is not bad also because they got more 30 million sale, and that's why I think iPhone and Samsung is still a good branding. Even they down, even they lose, they can still get more higher and more higher customer like that. That's all I think.
Yeah.
Okay, the last part, the fourth part, we take the number 1 question. What do you usually do to save money? For me, I usually save money like when I receive my money, I will throw my money to the save, all of them. but when I need it, I just take some of them. Like when I want to buy a shoes, like the price is 800,000. Yeah, I just take 800,000 like that, and the rest is the save money.
Okay. I a little bit don't agree with Sam because my way is a little bit different. I will save 50% of the money I get, and the money I save is usually used for emergency or circumstance where it is very necessary to use the money. For example, like when my shoes are broken or lost, and there are no other shoes, I will use the money to buy new shoes.
Okay, so for me, I think I'm not totally disagree with Sam, but I'm not totally agree with Sam also, because a little bit higher from Kenneth. I have my own budgeting, so like actually I have example like 20% from my um, pocket money to go to my investment, and then 10% for my needs, and then etc. So yeah, actually I have my own budgeting scale. So yeah, I'm not totally disagree with Sam, but I'm not totally agree with Sam too.
Okay, guys, I think you two is the same way to save money, but I want to ask to Nades first. You say you could do budgeting like percent, like 10%, 10% to this, 5% to that. I want to ask, when you need something that over budgeting with your percentage, what will you do? Is it make your money balancing is not good?
Okay, so actually what do you ask is often happens to me. But so what I do when it's happen, I take my money from my saving account to cover that cost. Yeah, if you ask, it change your saving account, of course, but if it change really bad, it's not changing my saving account that bad also.
Okay. I agree with Nadus. In my opinion, when we need more money than our monthly budget, inevitably we have to take money from what we save, right?
Yes.
As I said, when we are in situation that requires spending the money we have to spend it.
Okay, I think that's all. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.